to the US. We rockin' this contagious, monkey business outrageous. Just confess your girl admits that we the shit. FRESH, we fresh. GEF, that's right, we different. We definite. BEP, we reppin' it. So turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. Come on, baby, just pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. And side, side, yo, yo. Turn up the radio, blast your stereo.
Fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champion, take the field down. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. So wave your flag, now wave your flag, now wave your flag. Oh, 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 oh.
Everybody back from their break. I think I have to invite some people in over back there because we will actually start with our final four in just a minute. And that is the culmination of hard work over the past year. And someone will be crowned very soon our 2025 Enactus World Champion. To guide us through all this, we have our official league coordinator and assistant director of global programs at Enactus with us. And I'd like to give you a warm welcome, Regine Alquile.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.
Great to have you here. And doesn't she look wonderful?
Thanks a lot.
Applause. Well, Regine, good that you're here.
Thank you so much. It's really amazing to stand here in front of all of you. You have come from all parts of the world to be part of this competition. How do you feel? How is the energy? How is the energy? Yeah. We are at the final four round. We need a lot of energy for that.
I think there's still some left. There's still some energy left.
We can do better on that, right? Knowing how hard everyone has worked to be here today, I feel very honored to serve as the coordinator of the final round of competition.
And we are so happy that you will guide us through all of that. But before, there's always a before, we dive into competition, I want to highlight something that we already discussed on Friday, or actually saw a beautiful movie about, and that was the Story Camp Bangkok. Because this year we will be doing something new. Throughout our final round of competition, in the midst of the presentations, or actually when one is over and we're waiting for the next, you will get to see the result of those 77-second films of the Story Camp of Bangkok. After all that, you might even meet all the filmmakers. So I just want you guys to enjoy the final four, but also those beautiful videos capturing our days together at World Cup. I wish you the best of luck. It's all yours. Take it away. See you after the
Thanks
finals,
a lot.
guys.
Thank you, Nancy.
The Enactus World Cup has changed you. If your heart was open, you've met someone new, and a new story has begun. In the last 44 hours, 4 young filmmakers from 4 corners of the world have found and filmed stories of collaboration, creativity, and inspiration. These 4 have found, filmed, edited, and will now present to you a 77-second film. We have supported these filmmakers throughout the process, and if you saw them, I hope you did too.
Well, I think I had another story, but after all of this happened, I found my true story.
The exciting part is having the opportunity to have something I made played up on that board.
My narrative is changing every single second.
If I can execute it, I think it would be something truly beautiful.
The time is now. This is the Enactus World Cup, and this is Story Camp Bangkok.
Amazing, amazing. Beautiful video. You made it beautiful. None of this would have been possible without the super hard work behind the scenes of the competition team. Shall we give them a big applause? Thank you. I would like to welcome back on stage a key member of the competition team, our score verifier, Rita Johnson. Can you please help me welcome her on stage?
'Cause baby, whether you're high or low, or whether you're high or low, you got to chip on the tightrope. Chip on the tightrope. Baby, baby, whether you're high.
Welcome, Rita.
Thank you, Regine. Hello, everyone. All right. Well, this has been quite a competition. And as score verifier, my role is to ensure that the Final Four competition is conducted in a fair manner, accurately scoring the assessments of all of our judges. The judges have been through a thorough orientation, and I'm confident that they are in a position to fulfill their role with the utmost integrity. Dear judges, all of you, your role today is pivotal, and we really do thank you for your valuable contribution to this entire process. As we venture into the Final Four, we want to honor a tradition observed at every Enactus competition worldwide, the judge's oath. This oath is a commitment made by all the judges to ensure that our competition is judged fairly, impartially, and with the greatest integrity. Judges, I know that this has been covered in your orientation already, but to reinforce its importance, I ask that you read the oath once more before we begin our Final Four. You can also find it on the first page of your judge handbook. I hope you have the chance to review it once again, and we thank you for all that you have done so far. Wish you good luck, and wish good luck to all of our contestants in this competition. Please always remember that when we compete to change lives, we all win. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you.
Thank you, Regine.
And thank you for always ensuring that we uphold our organizational value of integrity. And thank you, judges.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, speaking of our judges, they are a crucial part of our competition process. Thank you so much, all of you. I think Stuart is somewhere. Yes, let's meet some of our judges.
We are here, Regine. I'm going to pass to a couple of judges. They've not had much notice. So I would just ask if you could introduce yourself, where you are from, and tell us a little bit about what you're looking for today.
Hi, my name is Osama and I'm from UK and Ireland. Yeah, there you go. This is my first time at Enactus World Cup ever. It is amazing. I'm truly inspired by all the ideas, the innovation, the energy the teams are bringing on the stage. I'm looking forward to what these Final Four have to offer.
Thank you very much. And from a first-time judge, I've spotted somebody who's had some experience at this before.
Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Alberto Soraya from Puerto Rico. Anybody? Well, it's not my first time. The one thing I want to say, I feel regenerated because of this experience. And what I like to look at teams tell me, it's what impact they've had over the past year. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Regine, have we got time for one more? Yeah. Let's run round. Okay, who do we find? Hello.
Hello. So this is Dr. Asha Bhatia. I'm from India. I've been associated with Enactus for the last 15 years. And I'm always impressed. I admire the passion that the students bring to the projects. And I'm looking forward to what have they done over the last 1 year, the impact that they've got to the communities and to the countries. Thank you.
Amazing. Regine, we have an incredible group gathered before us today. They're very excited to see the rest of the competition. Back to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Stuart. Thanks to all the judges. Exciting. It is time. It's time. Are our judges ready? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So, before we start, I would like to give some kind reminders of key points in our judge orientation. First, you must be present during the entire presentation made by each team for your votes to count. So please, do not wander off during the break. The ranking of the teams is an individual decision. So please do not discuss rankings or your opinion with the judges sitting next to you. It's all on you. In terms of impact, as it was discussed earlier, it is very critical that you focus your evaluation on impact made this year only, from the 1st of September 2024 to the 31st of August 2025, not before and not after. If a project has been ongoing for several years, that's amazing, but we only want to judge based on the impact this year. I said we, but it is you. Luckily, it's not me. And of course, we are looking for real-world outcomes that go beyond mere numbers. Quality over quantity. A deep, lasting impact on one individual is more valuable than a superficial reach to many. And finally, please make sure that your phones are switched off so you give your full attention to our teams who have worked very hard. And one last thing, before we start, please, all the judges, make sure that you write the name of the upcoming country team on the top of your evaluation form that is in front of you, which is also known as the green sheet. So if I alternate, you know it's exactly the same form. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Shall we give the team a round of applause? Encourage them. Judges, guests, please help me welcome our first team, Zimbabwe. Okay, so team, your 3-minute setup time has begun. Dear judges, please use this opportunity to read the team's annual report.
Kunjania Bokoli. 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2 tasting. Enactus Zimbabwe.
Dual Impact, One Future.
Enactus Zimbabwe.
Standing strong with the bonds.
Abashkwe.
Hello Thailand, my name is Tanaka Chimpelo in Enactus Zimbabwe.
Hello Thailand, my name is Euphrasia in Enactus Zimbabwe.
Greetings Thailand, my name is Tanyarazwa Joanna Chaneta.
Greetings Thailand, Bangkok. My name is Royal.
You have 1 minute left for your presentation to start.
Enactus Zimbabwe.
Dual Impact, One Future.
Uzambukile lo mnyaka.
In the archives of Zimbabwe's history, the agricultural sector stood tall as the pillar of its economy, providing sustenance and livelihoods for countless citizens. Fast forward to 2025, the absence of modern inputs and technology has crippled this once thriving landscape, turning fertile fields into barren grounds and pushing more families below the poverty bottom line. But that's not all. A parallel crisis unfolds in our schools. Energy poverty casts a long shadow over classrooms, robbing millions of students of their chance to education. From the soil to the classrooms, one cry echoes through the corridors of the nation. The call for action is now upon us.
Worsened by the recent cost aid fundings, millions are left vulnerable and unprepared. According to ResearchGate, smallholder farmers produce over a third of the world's food, yet they remain trapped in poverty, lacking access to necessary inputs and tech support. In Zimbabwe, smallholder farmers who contribute 70% of the agricultural sector have to rely on the use of untreated retained seed from the previous harvest, not by choice, but because treated seeds remain financially out of reach.
For instance, in the 2023 and 2024 harvesting season, Mr. Moyo, a hard-working farmer from Chifinge village, harvested 40% of what he had expected. During our needs assessment, we found out that of all the 1,892 people we interviewed in 32 communities across 7 provinces of Zimbabwe, some had even less or none at all. To worsen the situation, Zimbabwean farmers lose an additional 20 to 30% of their seeds in storage alone due to pests and diseases, pushing 5.5 million Zimbabweans into a grip of food insecurity.
Desperate for solutions, we saw Mr. Moyo turning back to ancient old practices like covering seeds with burnt cow dung and ashes. These are unscientific methods that emit thousands of greenhouse gases each and every year, harming both the environment and the health of the community.
Where some saw only despair, we saw an opportunity gap after spending over 518 hours of extensive research and development. We unearthed a groundbreaking solution. Introducing
Biodemergent,
100% natural seed coating agent formulated from Trichoderma hasianum, enriched with banana peels, escobas from moringa leaf extracts, and banana trunk juice. This accredited formulation provides multiple results towards improving seed quality, germination rate, and resistance to soil-borne diseases. We have developed 3 specialized biodemergent formulas for cereals, legumes, and horticultural seeds, designed to work both for storage and improving seedling development, confirmed by lab stability tasting.
And then, for our marketing strategy, we launched rural outreach campaigns nationwide, conducted 123 demonstrations and training sessions on organic seed solutions, distributed 180 free product trials, and the results were phenomenal, with a 200-gram sachet of Biodemergent being sold at just $6. This then proved to be 45% cheaper than other alternatives. It treats and cuts an average of 25 kgs of seeds, which approximately covers a hectare of a maize field. We have secured partnerships with others and the Zimbabwe's Farmers Union, penetrating a network of over 5,000 farmers, achieving sales of 3,805 units through smallholder farmers, agro dealers, and seed banks. By diversifying our customer base, we have secured an additional 5,553 unit contract with Zanzimatura, a leading commercial seed producer, generating over $56,000 in revenue.
Mr. Moyo recorded a 150% increase in yield compared to the previous harvest, boosting his income and lifting his family out of food insecurity for the first time in years. We created 11 new jobs in raw material collection and trichoderma production, trained over 1,500 smallholder farmers, increasing harvest by 149% for 6,320 farmers, thus saving over $18,716 in input costs by avoiding the use of chemical seed coating agents. We reduced carbon emissions by 40% and reduced chemical dependency by 65%, protecting over 20,000 hectares of land.
And so, with a global market size of 2.6 billion, our strategy targets all 10 provinces of Zimbabwe, with a regional expansion to Mozambique and Zambia by 2027 and a revenue goal of 1.2 million. To support the scale-up, we are investing in advanced bioprocessing equipment and establishing 8 new production hubs and creating over 30 new jobs. Furthermore, our R&D team is advancing trichoderma-based biostimulants and soil biodegraders designed to restore soil health, increase yields, and position us as a leader in sustainable agricultural practices.
But as we wrapped up Mr. Moyo's seed problem, we discovered another devastating problem that his 10-year-old daughter Tanya was facing. Introducing
our second project.
Tanya walks a long distance to and from school every day. When she gets home, she helps her younger siblings with their chores. By the time she finishes, it's already dark. Without proper lighting, she struggles to study in the evenings, and her schoolwork suffers because of it.
This is the harsh reality for millions of Zimbabwean students and the world at large. According to UNICEF, over 700 million people lack access to electricity, and a third of them are students. In Zimbabwe, over 1.2 million students have no access to national grid electricity and have to rely on natural lighting and burning fossils for lighting. Even students in towns and urban areas are not spared, as frequent power cuts plunge them into darkness. For most students, the sunset doesn't just end the day, but it ends their chance to study, to dream, to hope. And students like Tanya are not the exception, but are the norm.
Burning of fossil fuels for lighting pose serious health hazards when overtained. They often cause house fires. According to the CTIF, over 350,000 people in Southern Africa die annually in fire-related incidents, turning the simple act of study into a life-threatening risk.
We interviewed students and conducted community discussions which unpacked the true reality of energy poverty. There, the evidence was clear. Student performance is directly linked to access to reading lights, which is reflected by the decline in literacy and numeracy levels. Many are wondering, why not choose solar energy? But for someone not able to afford a candle like Tanya's parents, a simple solar lamp is not an option.
So judges, we asked the hard question. How can we provide a safe and reliable energy to these students without bringing a financial burden to their parents? It wasn't easy, but after months of brainstorming and prototype development, we finally found a solution to energy poverty. Imagine a world where working to and from school doesn't just get you from one place to another, but also powers your devices. Introducing VoltStep, a smart school shoe equipped with cutting-edge piezoelectric technology that generates electricity with every step you take, giving students access to lighting for their studies.
Designed with a sleek modern look, VoltStep is built for comfort and durability. Hidden in its soul are piezoelectric sensors which produce electricity, which is stored in a lightweight rechargeable battery which comes with a detachable USB charging port, and students can charge their mobile phones and LED lights wherever they are.
But as we took a step towards solving one crisis, we stepped straight into another. Zimbabwe faces a serious waste issue. Over 2.4 million tires are discarded every year, often banned and polluting the air. But as Enactus Zimbabwe, we saw this waste not as a challenge but as potential. It became the last piece to our innovation. By integrating treated tire waste into the soul of VoltStep, we reduced production costs by 45% and created a stronger, affordable, durable school shoe weighing just 12.9 kgs.
We partnered with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education and Fleet Zimbabwe to reach even the most remote communities. Training unemployed youth and women in tire collection, shoemaking, and piezoelectric integration at our production unit. Tested and developed in collaboration with Powerful Technology, the VoltStep shoe generates a safe low voltage with zero electrocution risks. In our first year, we sold 2,978 pairs of VoltStep shoes through local uniform providers and bulk orders by schools and NGOs. This then generated for us $38,714 in revenue.
You know what, Joanna?
Yes, Tanaka.
VoltStep has the potential to transform classrooms across Africa. To support growth, we are establishing decentralized production hubs run by women and youth, creating jobs and reducing logistics costs. By 2027, this hub and franchise will allow us to scale production to up to 100,000 pairs annually in Zimbabwe, with plans to replicate across Southern Africa. Additionally, we are expanding our product lines to include VoltStep shoes for nurses, soldiers, vendors, miners, and security personnel.
Beyond the numbers, the social impact was profound. We extended study time by 6 hours for nearly 3,000 students like Tanya, reduced household lighting costs by up to 65%, generated approximately 9,000 kilowatts of electricity. We have created 8 new jobs for women and youth in shoemaking and piezoelectric integration. Additionally, we have recycled over 900 discarded tires, reduced risk of fires across more than 3,000 households, contributed to a cleaner environment, reducing open burning and air pollution for the rural communities.
Dear Thailand, this year alone, we have prevented over 100 metric tons of greenhouse emissions, protected over 23,000 acres of land, and trained over 15,000 farmers in sustainable agricultural practices.
But wait, Vimbai.
Yes, Royal.
That's not all. 19 jobs have been created for women and youth, providing 3,000 students with a clean lighting, generating over 9,000 kilowatts of electricity. All in all, we have directly impacted 1,500 lives, reaching over 52,000 people. So, dear Enactus, with the $94,862 being generated in revenue, we did not just build a business, we built a movement.
We achieved 13 sustainable development goals with bold initiatives tackling food security and energy access. Enactus Bindura is showing that a fight for a sustainable Zimbabwe and a prosperous Africa is ours to lead. This is more than impact.
This is
Enactus Zimbabwe,
and together
we rise.
Thank you, very well done. Thanks a lot. I hope you feel relieved now. Thanks a lot. Before we start our Q&A period, I would like to remind our guests that only judges may ask questions. Dear judges, if you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand. My colleagues will come to you with a microphone. And also please share, when you ask a question, please share your name and your country. And please keep your questions concise and clear to maximize the amount of questions the team can get. We are now going to start your Q&A session.
Hi, over here. Reggie Lau from the United States. Can you tell us a little bit more about the testing that you did for VoltStep and some of the stress testing, how you can make sure that there is no electrocution risk, safety, things like that?
Thank you very much for that question, sir. So we have worked in partnership with Papo Technologies, which is an established technology provider in Zimbabwe. They have been with us through every stage of our prototyping and development. They have ensured that our product is in line with all the necessary certification, such as the ISO standard 9001. Additionally, I understand that some might have a concern about the energy generated by our shoe. However, we can ensure that our shoe generates a minimal energy, ensuring that our students or anyone using is not in risk of electrocution risk. I hope I answered your question.
Thanks for great presentation. Quick question about that same project, about the maintenance of the equipment which is in the shoes. And then the second question that concerns both of the two projects about impact. You have shared the number of jobs that you have created, but what's the portion of those jobs that are direct or indirect? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, may you please repeat your question?
Yes, the first question is about maintenance, because there's an equipment in the shoes. The Sala equipment needs maintenance. And the second question is about impact, about the number of jobs that you said you have created. Which portion is direct and indirect?
Thank you very much, sir. Your first question about maintenance. So our shoe uses treated tires as the sole, which, as you understand, are much stronger than traditional leather tire soles. As a result, our shoe lasts tough, especially in tough and rigid terrains. However, in a situation where there has been any damage or perhaps the shoe needs further maintenance, we have a 6-month warranty, allowing students to come to us after 6 months where we're able to repair any electrical components that need to be repaired. And you asked about jobs? So through both our projects, we have employed about 17 people, 8 people through VoltStep and about 11 people through Biodomagent. In VoltStep, we have employed people in tire collection, shoemaking, and piezoelectric integration. As for Biodomagent, we have created people in spawning trichoderma production and also collecting our raw materials, such as trichoderma itself and other moringa leaf extracts and banana peels.
Hi, Rasim from Tunisia. So my question is about the VoltStep. So how many kilometer or step a student need to walk per day in order to fully charge your battery? And would that be enough to operate a lamp through the night or not?
Thank you very much for that question, sir. So the average student in Zimbabwe walks around 2 kilometers to and back from school, which is sufficient to generate an energy that will allow them to charge a light bulb for 6 hours into the night. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much. Imad from Enactus Morocco. My question is regarding Biodomagent. I would like to understand better your go-to-market, especially that you're distributing the 200 gram to 6,320 farmers that are pretty much geographically scattered. So take me through the go-to-market of that, please.
Thank you very much for that question, sir. So our primary market is subsistence farmers in Zimbabwe. As through our needs assessment, we discovered that they cannot afford treated seeds. However, we are now expanding to commercial seed players in Zimbabwe, such as the bigger seed producing companies, as we understand that we can offer them the same seed treatment services. However, ours are not synthetic, but instead biodegradable, which is safer for the environment and also safer for health. I hope I answered your question.
Hi, Osama from UK and Ireland. What is your B2B and B2C go-to-market strategy when it comes to marketing?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
For marketing, you need to reach you need to generate 1.2 million by 2027. What is your marketing strategy for that?
Thank you for the question. Our market entry strategy, we started with distributing free press to the customers, which is B2C, so that we can see what are their expectations from us, so that we can produce quality goods, especially for VoteStep, and by so doing, we're able to increase our sales. We also moved to B2B, which is business to business, so that we can partner with big companies which are producing seeds that are not synthetic, which are organic, so that we can partner with them in distributing pairs around the world.
Your Q&A time has expired. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Team Zimbabwe. Dear judges, while the next team is getting ready, please use this opportunity to write your evaluation and your feedback for the Zimbabwe team. And please, for the rest of the people in the audience, try to keep the noise to the minimum to allow the judges to concentrate on writing their feedback.
A city of colors, sounds, and everyday life. From quiet mornings to streets alive with energy. Something is different about Bangkok today. It's not just a city, it's the stage for the Enactus World Cup. What is Enactus, you ask? Is it a talent show but with spreadsheets? Or maybe a contest of who can click the fastest through slides? No, Enactus is more than that. It's a generation united to tackle the world's toughest challenges through impactful innovations. But Enactus is also about friendships that cross borders, cultures, and languages. When we come together, we discover we are not just competitors. We are friends.
Metro.
So this World Cup, be sure to make a friend. Who knows what can happen? After all, this is Bangkok.
Okay, I think we are ready for our next team. Judges, guests, please join me in welcoming Enactus Tunisia. Your setup time has now begun.
Enactus. Tunisia.
Tunis. Tunisie.
Enactus. Tunisia.
Tunis. Tunisie.
You have 1 minute left for your setup time.
Enactus.
Tunisia.
Tunis. Tunisie.
The sound is checked already. You may now begin your presentation.
Dear judges, agriculture is life. It ensures human survival, food security, and dignity.
For centuries, Tunisia's strength has grown from its soil, making it Europe's leading partner, especially with bioculture niches. Today, threats are piling.
Climate change, water scarcity, desertification, rising production costs, limited R&D and know-how, and youth immigration leading to abandoned farms.
This is not just a sector crisis, it is a fight for survival.
As Generation we are committed to reimagine our food security, rethink solutions with low-cost, high-impact practices.
Re-innovate using local natural resources. Rebuild a self-sufficient, resilient, affordable, and competitive agriculture.
Last year at the World Cup, we presented you a big challenge in dairy farming, bovine mastitis. Today, we are back with updates.
Bovine mastitis is a contagious infection of the mammary glands. It affects 60% of dairy cows, causing a 10% drop in national milk production. Its antibiotic recovery period is 8 days, leading to
87% increase in treatment costs, resistance in the long run, discard of 280 liters of milk per cow contaminated with residuals, and a breakdown in the dairy value chain.
Bovita was our solution, a line based on phytotherapy, offering 2 products, a treatment cream made from lavender, clove, and grapeseed oil, and a prevention gel made from laurel and peppermint oils.
This year's R&D efforts strengthen Bovita's value proposition. Now, the cream helps farmers save over 250 liters of milk per cow and speeds up recovery time by 2.5 days. And the gel reduces infection recurrence by 40%.
Our products are still 17% and 45% cheaper than imported alternatives, and our line maintains lactation and high-quality, antibiotic-free milk.
The cream is sold at $13 per kilogram. The gel is sold at $8 per liter through a B2C model with direct sales to cow breeders and participation in agricultural exhibitions.
A B2B model with veterinary clinics partnerships and distribution to agricultural retailers and nurseries.
Dear judges, we are proud to announce that Bovita achieved 4 milestones this year. Legal registration as a social enterprise under the name Mavita, and ongoing efforts to qualify for the Startup Act, a government program supporting innovative startups.
Partnerships with 2 new laboratories to boost our production capacity, identification of 5 new clinics and dairy cooperatives, and the development of an intra-mammary injection for severe cases.
Our current direct impact includes 6,400 units of cream and 4,200 units of gel sold, $116,000 of revenue generated, and 2 new jobs created.
Our indirect impact includes 8,500 farmers, $3,500 increased in farmers' annual profit per cow, and 16.6 million liters of milk waste saved.
Dear judges, for us Bovita was more than a solution. It was a gateway to new and urgent agricultural challenges like salmonella,
a dangerous bacterial infection threatening both poultry and food safety, spreading through contaminated feed, water, and poor hygiene.
Even worse, it is zoonotic, infecting humans through undercooked meat, eggs, and direct contact with poultry.
Annual global statistics show 535,000 people affected with a 14.5% mortality rate.
Extensive research and meetings with Tunisian poultry farmers, experts, veterinarians and doctors showed that poultry represents 59% of all meat consumed, making salmonella a public health threat, affecting 30% of Tunisia's poultry in 2023 alone.
Salmonella also increases farmers' animal costs by around $12,000 per farm due to treatment expenses and flock losses.
Continuously leveraging natural resources, we launched Pultra, a preventive water-soluble powder combining
thyme and oregano essential oils with proven antibacterial properties and bacillus probiotics, strengthening poultry's gut health and immunity.
This solution was developed based on the research of our scientific advisor, Dr. Marwa Bittayeb.
The production process starts first by sourcing premium essential oils and probiotic strains. Second, transforming the essential oils into a stable powder using cellulose absorption. And finally, blending the powder with probiotics under strict laboratory standards.
C'est un produit نجم يعطينا une solution sérieuse للمشاكل الموجودة في les élevages نتاع les poulets d'une façon générale, poulets de chair ولا poule pondeuse ولا حتى des poulets reproducteurs. هو زادا يشجع la microflore intestinale باش تكون stable وإكيليبري باش ما تخليش الجراثيم الخايبين يخرجوا كيسما les salmonelles اللي هما un problème sérieux dans les élevages avicoles أما زادا ينجموا يهدوا لنا صحة المستهلك.
Pultra was validated through in vitro testings at the medical research lab and in vivo trials on 600 chickens over one cycle.
Results showed 75% less infection cases and a 40% reduced mortality rate.
Farmers dilute 100 grams of Pultra in 100 liters of clean water, then distribute it through the poultry drinking system for the first 7 days of the cycle.
Pultra is 36% cheaper than antibiotics, powered by locally sourced raw materials, and 31% more effective than conventional solutions.
On the local market, only antibiotics are used. On the international market, oils and probiotics are applied separately, limiting their effectiveness.
Pultra is sold in 100-gram containers, priced at $12 with a 25% profit margin through a B2B model by collaborating with distributors, local cooperatives, and veterinary clinics and associations.
This year, we sold 1,940 units, generated $23,300 of revenue, and created 2 new jobs.
Our indirect impact includes per cycle 40 farmers strengthened, $500 of farmers' costs reduced, 28,400 poultry infections prevented, and 12 tons of CO2 emissions reduced through avoided waste and chemical use.
Our 3-year roadmap projects to complete the certification and homologation process, scale our production capacity by 2,000 additional units monthly, explore African markets, and focus R&D efforts to diversify our product line to other poultry diseases.
At that stage, we forecast 59,800 units, $717,600 in revenue, 3 jobs created, and 424 poultry farmers impacted.
Dear judges, following the 2024 Enactus World Cup, one of Tunisia's top date producers and exporters approached us with a major challenge.
The date palm spider mite, a microscopic acarian invading oases. This species feeds on dates and weaves webs around them, causing the fruits to dry out.
Principal ravageur pour les dattes tunisiennes constitue aujourd'hui une vraie menace pour la qualité et la compétitivité des dattes tunisiennes.
An extensive investigation with agricultural experts and over 70 farmers showed in 2024 alone a 55% decline in national date production, a 17% drop in seasonal exports, and up to 45% income loss for date farming families.
Relying on our tried and trusted method phytotherapy, we developed EcoGuard, a treatment combining ruta and menta essential oils to prevent infestation and protect the date fruit from the spider mite.
The production process starts by selecting and preparing high-quality ruta and menta, extracting the essential oils using eco-friendly hydrodistillation, and finally mixing the oils with natural emulsifiers for the perfect solubility and stability.
To validate our proof of concept, we confirmed the effectiveness of our essential oils, referring to the scientific research of the National Center of Oasis Agriculture. Then, we developed and refined our formula through in vivo trials on 300 palm trees in collaboration with our partner.
Results showed 35% healthier trees, 30% higher yields, and the 25% improvement in fruit shape and quality.
To apply EcoGuard, farmers dilute up to 1.5% concentration of the product in water and use standard sprayers or tractors 4 times every 3 months.
EcoGuard is 16% cheaper than chemical products, is 40% more effective long term.
It reduces farmers' costs by 35%. It is eco-friendly and export compliant, and it cuts water use by 52% through fewer applications.
The local market relies on sulfur-based products that leave harmful residues, damage quality, and limit exportation opportunities.
The international market presents 2 main practices: chemical treatments and essential oil-based treatments that are usually imported and expensive.
EcoGuard is sold in 5-liter containers, priced at $22.5 per unit, with a 30% profit margin through a B2B channel with major date producers and large distributors, a B2C channel directly to farmers and local cooperatives.
A pre-sale agreement with our main partner will allow us to produce and sell 27,000 liters of EcoGuard, generate $121,500 in revenue, and employ 3 rural women sourcing and selecting raw materials.
Our indirect impact includes 2 female engineers empowered, over 600 farmers supported and trained, 40% of whom are women, and 30% harvest quality and yield improved.
In the next 3 years, after obtaining necessary certifications, our roadmap includes scaling production and sales by 50%, exporting our product to Algeria and Libya,
and working on our second natural product against the Mediterranean fruit fly, which is damaging Tunisian citrus trees with the support of the Ministry of Agriculture.
At that stage, we forecast producing and selling 391,000 liters of EcoGuard, generating $1,762,000 in revenue and impacting more than 1,800 farmers.
Dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, this year our team engaged and innovated to generate $139,300 in revenue, create 7 jobs, empower 8,600 farmers, and tackle 10 SDGs.
We are Generation Re. We see opportunities where others see challenges.
We craft natural, affordable, and sustainable solutions.
We protect humanity and safeguard the planet for the future, for generations to come.
This is our mission, our movement, our impact.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Thanks. Thank you. Before we start our Q&A period, just a kind reminder to our judges to mention your name and country when you ask a question. We will now start your Q&A time.
Klaus-Peter Meyer, Germany. Congratulations, you're working really on big challenges. I had 2 questions. 1, who is developing and qualifying your products? Are you doing that or someone else? And the second question, I see a lot of B2B sales channels. How much margin do your B&B partner make on the products? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Regarding your first question, we mainly go to do market research as business students and identify potential solutions. And for that, we reached out to experts such as veterinarians because they have the technical know-how needed for tests either in vitro or in vivo tests. We do help in vivo and in vitro trials. Then we use our business background to commercialize the products. As for your second questions, we have, for Bovita, for example, a margin of 30% net profit, which makes it $35,800.
And it is worth mentioning that all of our products are verified by the National Center of Oasis Agriculture and the National School of Veterinarians. This way, our products are verified by scientific experts and ready to use by our farmers and cooperatives.
Hi, my question to you is how many team members do you have and what is your direct involvement in the 3 businesses?
Can you please repeat the second part of the question?
What is your direct involvement in the 3 businesses? So what are your roles in that business?
Thank you for your question. So as a team, we use lean management. We allocate a total of 60 members from our teams in different departments for each project. Each department has its own either tests or sales, tracking and data analysis. And as a team, we do help or manage the market research at first. We identify the needs and the potential solutions of each project. Then we do partnerships with local cooperatives, veterinarians for testings and formulas creations. For example, we have partnered with a veterinarian for our project Poltra and developed the formula together.
And it is worth mentioning that even 3 of our female alumni are actually now project holders of our projects, of our project Bovita, and we are allocating our team members where they are the most valorized and where they have the best input. Thank you so much.
All right, my name is Paul Popola from Nigeria. Looking at your project, the Bovita, looking at the value chain around this project, I didn't see the number of jobs created. Can you just explain more why no jobs were created around this project?
Thank you for your question. For Bovita, it's a project that we started since last year. Last year, we have created a total of 6 jobs, either in R&D or distribution. And this year, we have added 2 more new jobs, especially for the intramammary injections development. So in total, we have 8 jobs created for the time slot of 2 years.
Yes, quickly about Poltra. Thanks for the great presentation. Can you just tell us about the availability of the raw material you guys use to produce that liquid, please?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. For our raw materials in both of our projects, Poltra and EcoGuard, they are abundant plants in various regions of our country. They are not being valorized due to lack of awareness or lack of research. For the Bacillus probiotics, we were able to outsource our production through our partner who was able to provide us with the Bacillus probiotics. However, all the plants are already existing and very abundant in natural states in Tunisia. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ruby Sana from India. I just saw that there's one aspect that you've been speaking about is about training, especially about to 40% of women for the EcoGuard project. So I just wanted to know who conducts these trainings. Is it a part of your entire, all your projects? Because that's very important to ensure that the poultry, etc., don't get affected.
Thank you so much for your question. So it is both of our team who had multiple trainings before launching our product and even scientific experts. And 40% of women in rural areas in Tunisia do not truly valorize the already existent plants in the oases. So what we do, we have multiple awareness campaigns, scientific experts backing us throughout the entire process, and we are delivering trainings about the advantages and the benefits that we have
Your
that we are
time
not
has
using.
now expired. Thank you very much. Please, everyone, join me once again in thanking Enactus Tunisia for their presentation and hard work. Thank you. Okay, dear judges, please remember your comments on the evaluation form in front of you. And for everyone else in the room, we have a 77-second video to watch together. Enjoy.
What I have loved most about this week is seeing how everyone has grown their own projects and gone on their own paths and ways, but we all came together to celebrate on this journey.
When you think positive, you will be happy. Whenever you think negative, you are not happy.
Enactus is my
Pakistan. Enactus is transformative.
So now we are going to take a 15-minute break. We recommend you remain in or close to your seats. So when we are ready, and we are all ready, we can get going to our next two teams. Judges, please help yourselves to refreshments at the back of your judging area. See you in a bit.
You be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. What you think about that? Now you know how I feel. Say you could handle my love. Are you for real? I won't be hasty. I'll give you a try. If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna say. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's the story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got G like MC, who likes it on a easy V, who doesn't come for free. She's the real lady. And as for me, how you'll say, slam your body down and wine it all around. Slam your body down and wine it all around. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta make it last forever. Slam your body down and wine it all around. Slam your body down and wine it all around. Slam your body down and wine it all around. Slam your body down and zig a zig If you wanna be my lover.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom, getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world shoulders and you feel like falling down, I'll carry.
Dear guests, we're starting in 2 minutes, so please return back to your seats. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you are refreshed and ready to see our next two teams. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Enactus Canada.
When you're just about to kill it, take your last shot, you know you're gonna hit it. Something's in the air, something's in the air. Whoa. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me.
Okay. Your 3-minute setup time starts now.
We are Enactus Canada. We are Enactus Canada. We are Enactus Canada.
1 minute left of your startup time. You may now begin your presentation.
This is our home, Canada. When you think of Canada, you might think of hockey or the maple leaf and definitely how cold it is. Beyond this, we are rich in natural resources with a highly skilled workforce and an education system that ranks among the world's best.
But what you might not know are that the challenges shaping our planet, from food insecurity heightened by inflation to the environmental crisis of plastic waste, these aren't distant problems. They are realities in our home.
We see this as a call to action, an opportunity to create a solution that is proudly made in Canada and built for the world.
We are Enactus Canada, entrepreneurs, innovators, and change makers.
Today we'll present two businesses, leveraging our resources, supporting our communities, and creating products that will shape our future.
Starting with our first business, Square Roots. Right now, 1 in 4 Canadians are facing food insecurity. That's 10 million people who don't have enough to eat and don't know where their next meal will come from. This is the highest amount recorded in Canadian history. At the same time, 13% of farmable food goes to waste, discarded not because it's unsafe or inedible, but because it doesn't meet Canada's strict cosmetic standards, like an apple that's too big to fit in a case or a misshapen potato. Square Roots is connecting this produce to families in need.
To start, Square Roots partners with Canadian farmers to rescue surplus fruits and vegetables. These farmers lose over $9 billion every year on this unused produce, not including the additional cost required to dispose of it. Square Roots distributes this food to families in need, increasing farmers' profits while supporting local communities.
To ensure Square Roots reaches as many people as possible, we use a franchise model. Our typical franchisee is passionate about reducing food insecurity in their communities. Operating as independent business owners, they handle the day-to-day operations while we coordinate product sourcing and transportation. New franchisees receive a comprehensive franchise package, a blueprint to success that includes financial tracking tools, marketing support, and operational guidance. Before even opening their doors, they have the opportunity to gain hands-on experience by shadowing an existing location, learning directly from those already making an impact.
Instead of a traditional franchising model where entrepreneurs pay to open a location, we invest in them. We pay for the launch of their location, which includes free produce. This allows our entrepreneurs to earn a profit immediately, giving them the confidence they need to run a successful Square Roots franchise.
Now, let's break down our business model. We purchase 1 kilogram of produce from farmers for $1.17. We then sell it to our 27 franchisees at $1.34, generating a 15% commission that we reinvest into the growth of our business. Finally, on average, this produce is sold to local families for just $1.60, a 51% discount when compared to grocery store prices. Families are able to put healthy food on the table, saving money for other necessities. Beyond that, they get a community. They feel valued, involved, and they leave with a sense of belonging.
Hi, my name is Emily Suen. I have 3 daughters. I found that feeding a family of 4 was really stressful. Having produce from Square Roots, I don't have to worry about my fridge being empty. It just gives me a lot of hope, because not only does it build community, it also gives me access to foods that I couldn't afford. And also, like, my kids are happier with the variety, so they'll eat more. If they eat more, they're healthier. Square Roots gives me hope that no one will go hungry.
This year, Square Roots more than doubled its impact, growing by 125%. We opened 15 new locations, engaged 33 people as franchisees, and provided $132,000 in additional revenue to our farmers. Most importantly, Square Roots delivered 112,000 kilograms of fresh produce to Canadian families in need. As a business, we generated $146,000 in top-line revenue from our operations and grants.
Moving forward, our timeline looks like this. Next year, we'll expand our capacity, opening an additional 20 new locations. Based on our current growth rate, by 2027, we'll have delivered 1 million kilograms of produce since inception. And by 2028, we'll provide fresh, affordable produce to families across all 10 Canadian provinces.
Square Roots has an enormous positive environmental impact, diverting 263 tons of greenhouse gas emissions, equivalent to taking 57 cars off the road for an entire year. However, one thing hasn't changed. Our produce still arrives in plastic bags, plastic-coated boxes, packaging that outlives every meal it touches. And this problem extends beyond our own operations.
Every year, Canadians throw away 3 million tons of plastic, yet only 9% gets recycled. A major contributor are plastic films, like bags and food wrap, who make up 1/3 of all plastic waste. Common alternatives like paper or wood lack the properties required to replace this plastic film.
This is why we turned our focus to bioplastics, leading to our second business, Alagi. We began by reviewing over 30 patents and analyzing more than 100 academic reports to truly understand the industry. We discovered key barriers preventing bioplastics from being widely adopted. Most require industrial composting, are expensive, and rely on resources that cannot scale sustainably.
To build our business, we needed to find a resource that is easily compostable, with a low cost to produce, while still containing the necessary properties to create a stable film material. We found that resource growing on the shores of Atlantic Canada, seaweed. It is readily available, requires no land, fertilizer, or fresh water to produce, and grows up to 60 centimeters in a single day.
Our process begins by responsibly harvesting the seaweed. Think of it like giving the ocean a haircut. By only trimming the tops, we leave the seabed and root systems completely intact, ensuring the seaweed quickly replenishes itself. We also have 2 strategic partnerships with seaweed suppliers who will provide us with enough raw material to manufacture our product at scale.
Once harvested, biopolymers are extracted from the seaweed and blended with a natural acid and plasticizer. This will result in a material that fully decomposes within 6 months, while acting exactly like traditional plastic. Our current product can be heated, frozen, vacuum sealed, and turned into bags of any size. We're partnering with the National Research Council of Canada to test its durability and barrier properties, and will apply for compostability and food safe certifications.
To build a sustainable competitive advantage, Alagi is being engineered to modify its oxygen transmission rate, a rating that measures how much oxygen passes through the material over time. Incorrect oxygen flow can be detrimental to the shelf life of food, leading to spoilage, discoloration, and bacterial growth. Alagi is positioned to offer the first commercially available 10,000 OTR bioplastic film, a rating specifically required for meat and seafood packaging.
Now, let's look at our business model. Our cost to produce 1 kilogram of Alagi material is $2, allowing us to price our product at $3 per kilogram, securing a 33% profit margin for our business. We have also secured 10 letters of intent from organizations such as Sobeys, Canada's 3rd largest grocery store chain, and Scotia Plastics, one of the largest food packaging manufacturers in Atlantic Canada. In addition to purchasing from Alagi, they want to support our company as we grow and scale.
My name is Steve Binder. I'm partner and general manager at Scotia Plastics. We're one of Eastern Canada's largest manufacturers and distributors of plastic packaging products. We understand the importance of environmentally friendly solutions. Alagi has jumped to the top of the list because of its functionality, not breaking down into microplastics, the availability of growing at 60 centimeters per day, and the price point being anywhere between 50 and 100% cheaper than some of the alternate solutions we've looked at. So we're really excited to have the opportunity to partner with Alagi and Enactus St. Mary's to really advance our mission to create environmentally sustainable packaging solutions that are in every fridge cupboard and recycling bin around the world.
Alagi is gaining international recognition. After winning the Canadian Hall Prize, we advanced to the global semi-finals held in London, placing in the top 24 out of 15,000 startups. We've also secured $78,000 in startup funding from various grants and competitions, including Nestle and UNESCO's Youth for Climate Action program, being one of 100 companies to win. Moving forward, our timeline looks like this.
Over the next year, we'll begin the patent process to secure our intellectual property. While patent pending, we'll begin raising the initial capital investment to cover the cost of our in-house manufacturing lines, including purchasing manufacturing equipment, hiring staff, and the raw materials needed to fulfill our current letters of intent. In 2028, we'll begin fulfilling these signed letters, replacing 3.4 million kilograms of plastic and generating over $10 million through our early adopters.
The challenges we outlined today, food insecurity heightened by inflation, economic instability, the environmental and economic burden of plastic waste, these aren't abstract problems. They are affecting our families, our industries, our communities, and our future.
Square Roots has shown how direct action rooted in community partnership can make a profound difference today. Every kilogram of produce delivered is families fed, farmers supported, and communities empowered.
Alagi is the future. We aren't just creating a bioplastic. We are harnessing a renewable resource to develop a scalable solution to the plastic crisis.
These projects are tangible proof of the Enactus Canada philosophy. We don't wait for change, we create it.
We have proven our ability to execute, to adapt, and here are our results. 9.
The number of businesses we run impacting our communities.
42.
The number of partners we've worked with this year supporting our growth.
53.
The number of passionate students on our team driving change.
112,000.
Kilograms of food delivered to families in need.
274,000.
The amount of revenue earned by our businesses this year reinvested into our growth.
One team.
Made in Canada,
built for the world.
We are Enactus Canada.
Thank you, team. Thank you, Team Canada. Well done. Dear judges, now as you ask your questions to the Canadian team, please remember to mention your name and your country, and also keep your questions, please, concise and clear. The question and answer time will start now.
Hi, my name is Rasim. I'm from Tunisia. So my question is, based on your model, so you are going to have $10.2 million as a revenue in 3 years. Is it based on pure sales or on the money that you are aiming to raise? And secondly, how you gonna consist your profit with like cheaper petroleum bags that are in the market right now?
So to start with the first question, that $10.2 million is based off our current letters of intent. That is purely revenue, not including the initial capital we plan to raise. And when, in terms of competing with petroleum plastics, is that correct? Yes, so petroleum plastics are priced around $1.80 per kilogram, whereas we are priced at $3 per kilogram. We had to make the decision to price ourselves at a premium in order to have a higher quality product. But upon discussions with our customers like Highlander Foods, they said they're happy to pay this premium. They'd rather pay the investment to avoid the fines that come with using plastic products.
And please ask one question so we give the chance to more judges to ask. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, my name is Kyung-sun Chung and I'm from Korea here. Yes. I have a question about Square Roots. I understand that the project has been running for quite a while. So considering highly attractive impact it is producing, it seems like it could have been the faster growth of the project. So beyond the finding farmers to supply more surplus produces, what factors was growth, the barriers for the growth, and how you're trying to address in the future for that?
So beyond the suppliers finding the need for square roots, another challenge we face when expanding is actually educating as well as building the trust in communities. Square roots is a people business. We're helping feed communities who are typically in food deserts. They don't have access to affordable fresh produce. So one example of what we did as a marketing initiative was we actually went on a road trip around Nova Scotia, our home province, and that led to many of our new locations being held. And we plan to carry that similar approach with direct outreach as we expand outwards outside of Nova Scotia.
Hi, Roberto Macina from Italy. Regarding the square roots, which are your competitors?
Yes, so speaking to the competitors of square roots, indirectly we compete with grocery stores or farmers markets. However, we aren't, directly competing with them because we target areas that are food deserts, areas that don't have access to affordable produce, for example. So we're able to target areas that don't have that access already. So we are not only not competing with these areas, but we're also improving the livelihoods of people in rural areas like rural Nova Scotia, for example.
Hello, Piotr Wilgomas, Poland. I'm just looking at Alagi like a pretty grown-up, mature business already, and we should focus on the last year. So what happened to you during the last year? We should focus on that.
Yep, so looking at the last year, Alagi is actually only about a year old, so it was founded in the last year. From there, we have created our prototypes, as you saw on the tech. We have prototypes that look exactly like traditional plastic. We've also secured letters of intent valued at $10.2 million. Another major milestone was we competed at the HALT Prize, the Global HALT Prize, where we were able to not only extend our brand awareness as well as our mission, but also accelerate our project and to bring it to where it is today.
Hi, Osama here, UK and Ireland again. For Square Root, your from farm to the table price increase is almost 37%. How do you cap it, and do the franchise managers also keep it locked?
So we're in constant communication with our farmers for the pricing. Depending on inflation, that also affects the pricing. However, because we are rescuing surplus produce, it's perfectly healthy but would go to waste because it's misshapen. We are able to keep our prices approximately 51% lower continuously, even as prices rise. And then with our community managers, they run as independent business owners. And many of them, they can give pricing based on need as well. They can give people for half the price, for free completely, and they are encouraged to use their skills that they're learning to set those pricings.
Hi, Park Poom from CX Ventures Thailand. So this question is regarding your supply chain. So in order to scale your innovation, you probably need...
Sorry, the time of the Q&A session has expired.
Oh my, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're done.
Thank you for the presentation and the hard work. Dear judges, please give your feedback to the team on the form in front of you, and remember to add the country on top of the form. And for everyone else, let's enjoy another video.
It's a place where we learn and teach, an amalgamation of ideas, hopes and dreams. A space where we bring a piece of our homes for our global family, where we interact, ideate, create and bond. Every moment is a lesson and every coincidence is destiny. Our paths cross and stories merge as we explore the beauty of a new country and its people every year. A place where everyone holds you through fear, anxiety, problems and pain, and becomes a team beyond borders. Despite our different colors, regions, religions and cultures, what do you think binds us together? What does the Enactus World Cup mean to you?
Team spirit,
New opportunities,
Work, passion,
love,
family, innovation,
inspiration,
purpose,
happy,
community,
Empathy.
Sustainability.
Impact.
Innovation.
Purpose. Passion.
Collaboration.
Energy. Excellent. Energizing.
We are the Enactus Changemakers, and this is our story.
Everyone, please join me in welcoming Enactus Germany. Team, your time, your 3-minute setup is starting now.
Enactus Germany.
Enactus Germany.
Enactus Germany. Enactus Germany.
One minute left of your setup time.
Hi, I'm Tino.
Hi, I'm Sophia.
Hi, I'm Emily.
The sound is already checked. Thank you. You may now begin your presentation.
Year after year, our planet warned us louder. But we did not listen. And now, climate change is pushing our only home towards the point of no return. The number of weather extremes have increased 5-fold in recent decades. In 2024 alone, weather extremes have caused over $320 billion in damage worldwide. 70% of our coasts are eroding, and Thailand now loses 25 meters of coastline every year. Every day, 200 species disappear forever, and marine biodiversity is at the forefront. Deep down, we all know what must be done. We have to cut CO2 emissions, we have to restore biodiversity, and we have to adapt to a world that is already changing. We are scientists, legal experts, economists, and agricultural specialists. Together, we set out to tackle 3 of the biggest challenges of our time in one single solution.
We were looking for a nature-based answer to climate change. So what comes to mind first? Probably rainforests. But while everyone focuses on trees, an even more powerful resource quietly disappeared. Seagrass, the real climate hero. Seagrass is the world's most efficient natural carbon sink, storing up to 50 times as much CO2 as forests. It protects coastlines from erosion and brings biodiversity back to our oceans. It fights climate change at its roots while easing its consequences. Now our mission was set. We had to bring back as much seagrass as possible. We discovered that seagrass produces seeds every summer. The most effective way to restore it is to harvest these seeds and replant them. So we partnered with Geomar, one of the world's leading ocean research institutes, and we started restoring seagrass together. Last summer, we manually harvested more than 200,000 seeds along the German Baltic coast. This year, these seeds were replanted and grew into 1,000 square meters of new seagrass meadow. But we quickly realized manual work is slow, costly, and impossible to scale. And restoration today relies entirely on donations and volunteer work. It simply isn't economically viable. We understood the problem, took action, and with our project Seeds, invented an innovative technology like never before.
We knew we needed technology for planting and harvesting. We discovered that a Scottish startup, Robotion, had invented an underwater technology to autonomously plant seagrass seeds. However, no one was able to harvest the large number of seeds needed. So we partnered with Robotion and developed our own harvesting technology. Over the past year, we built the first robotic system to selectively harvest seagrass seeds. Our harvesting robot is minimally invasive, AI-powered and designed as a modular system. It is 52 times faster than manual harvesting.
We have already fixed the seagrass seed planting problem with subseed technology that can plant millions of seeds per day. But to plant 1 million seeds, we need to harvest 1 million seeds, and that's why Seeds can change the face of seagrass restoration. And we look forward to working with them in the future.
Now, we had the technology to scale. And then, we found a way to make seagrass restoration financially viable for the very first time, with 2 strong revenue streams. First, Seeds as a restoration service provider. In the European Union, companies are legally required to restore the ecosystems they destroy. Until now, restoration efforts only happen on land, and there's no true solution for underwater ecosystems. With Seeds, companies and governments can now meet their legal obligations through our all-inclusive marine restoration service for the first time. Companies buy 1 hectare for $110,000.
The problem today is that compensation stops at the shoreline. Companies want to comply, but they simply can't and face high financial penalties instead. Seeds is the first to address this regulatory gap, and that makes the revenue prospects both realistic and significant.
And local governments can also fulfill their nature conservation duties. Let's hear from the Vice Mayor of Bankgkok in Germany.
We are glad to support the project with the necessary permits. Coastal communities like Bankgkok urgently need nature-based solutions like Seeds to meet their coastal protection duty. That's why in 2026, together with seeds, we will restore seagrass along the shores of Heikendorf.
But this is not only a European business model. Similar regulations exist worldwide. With seagrass growing across 159 countries, the global restoration potential adds up to 13.5 million hectares. This year alone, we secured 7 new international collaborations. A few months ago, we harvested over 1 billion seeds together with our trusted partners. Now, we are ready to accelerate seagrass restoration across the entire globe.
Our harvester collects 2.9 tons of seeds per hectare, but we only need 10 kilograms of seeds to plant 1 new hectare. So we thought bolder and made a breakthrough discovery. Seagrass seeds are edible, our second revenue stream. In Spain, a world-famous chef has already successfully experimented with them. And we traveled there, learned how to prepare the seeds, and studied their nutritional profile. Seagrass seeds are nutrient-rich, high in protein, vitamins, and more. A true superfood straight from the ocean. And with our technology, we are the first to bring this innovation to market. We follow a clear market entry strategy. First, we sell our seeds to fine dining restaurants. They accept our premium pricing and add prestige to our product. This summer, we've already secured 2 exclusive restaurant partners and successfully tested our seeds at Michelin Star Restaurant Troika, receiving outstanding feedback.
Wir arbeiten sehr innovativ und sind immer gespannt auf ganz neue Produkte. Wir freuen uns tierisch damit zu arbeiten. Für mich eines der tollsten Produkte, die ich letzter Zeit in den Händen hatte.
We sell 5 kilogram packs at $146, with 550 kilograms already planned for next year. This is how we turn luxury spending into impact for the planet. Next, we address the superfood market. It's a $15 billion market in Germany and over $200 billion globally. And the best part, these seeds grow back every year. That means recurring revenue from every square meter seagrass we plant, financing the restoration of even more seagrass.
These 2 validated revenue streams merge into one scalable concept. We start off by focusing on our restoration services to create immediate impact. Then we sell seagrass seeds as a premium superfood, generating annual recurring revenue. Increasing revenue for us means increasing impact for our planet. In 2026, we expect $38,000 in revenue. A year later, we'll reach $500,000, and by 2028, we'll surpass the $1 million mark. From just 1 hectare of seagrass meadow, we can protect 1,000 meters of coastline naturally, store 107 tons of CO2 permanently, and provide valuable habitat for 100,000 fish and 125 million organisms.
In the last 12 months, we harvested over 1 billion seeds, planted over 1,000 square meters of new seagrass meadow that are now providing marine habitat, coastal protection, and carbon storage. We established 7 new international partnerships to accelerate seagrass restoration across the entire globe. We've raised over $26,000 and are funded by the European Union. But we're not stopping here. We aim high. We don't just want to restore seagrass ourselves. We want to empower others to do the same. By developing a leasing model for our robots, we enable other projects to restore seagrass at the shores of their homes. And we can do all of this as it all comes down to one thing. Our exceptional team with complementary skills and a global network behind us, we're built to deliver impact at scale. We are Generation Restoration, and together we're cultivating tomorrow today.
Thank you, team. Your time is up. Thank you. Thank you, Enactus Germany, for the presentation and the hard work. Thanks a lot. Dear judges, you already know how the Q&A session goes. We will now start the Q&A time.
Thank you so much, Vivian Lau from Hong Kong. Fantastic presentation. And indeed, seagrass is 35% more effective in capturing carbon. The question that I have for you, a country that is less than 2 hours away from Bangkok, Singapore, is in fact one of the top global countries in terms of using seagrass for carbon capture. And their average is twice the global average. So what lessons do you think that we can learn from this, and what lessons can you share with us? Thank you.
First of all, we can learn from this that it's very true that seagrass grows across the entire globe. So seagrass restoration and the impact that we can gain from this is a global project and ambition. Secondly, our business model is different than CO2 carbon storage and also the benefits and the revenue that you get from this. This is very true. It stores a lot. It's the most efficient. But we decided differently because we enter the market for compensation of biodiversity accelerating biotopes. So it's the compensation of ecosystems. And this is a new market. It's a regulatory-based market. And it would be distinguishing from your example, for example, but we also reached out to an institute in Singapore so far, so we are in exchange with Singapore.
Please, dear judges, keep the questions concise. Thank you.
That's fine. Well done for your presentation. My name is Sonia Cole from Nigeria. My question is, what's the cost of each robot? And how many have you made so far? How many are in production?
So our initial investment for the first robot is $150,000 US. The construction of an additional robot is $90,000. That makes our R&D cost $60,000 US. We have already built our first prototype, but the robot we're going to use for the next harvesting season is just under construction.
Quick clarification question here. For the additional stream or superfood, I don't see figures in your report. Is it being implemented yet?
Our first harvest that we then separate into the quotas for replanting and for superfood is going to happen next year. So we will sell the 550 kilograms next year to the superfood stream.
Terry Torok, New York, still part of the U.S. As you scale, how do you ensure your seeds do not produce an invasive species or bacteria?
So the process of then preparing the seeds to be sold as superfood. So you are now referring probably to the contamination that we need to defend to have a food product. This is very true. So we have contamination tests done so far. Seagrass is a protected biotope. So normally you always need to get permits to intervene into this biotope. So the contamination is low. Nevertheless, we have an incubator in Blue Economy that gives us the infrastructure for laboratory tests. And after they are ripening, they get dried. And after the drying process, we have a loss of seeds that are not as good in quality to be sold. So it always reduces to the 550 then.
Ken McFarlane from the UK. Where do you harvest the seeds?
Do you have to get permits from the government? You know, is it free? Do you have to pay for anything in order to do that?
Yes, we need the permits. So we already established the permits for our project in Heikendorf next year. You saw the video of the vice mayor. So at first we start slow. We have the project in Heikendorf, and getting additional permits will take a little bit of time. But then once we have those permits, it's easier to get new ones. So it's also a factor that's scalable for us.
All right, my name is Omon Ogudo. I'm over here. Just to ask you a quick question around your partnership model and how you're benefiting from the broader ecosystem.
Yeah, we have 7 international collaborations with other institutes working in this field. And we are in close contact with the local stakeholders and researchers, and therefore we are very familiar with the local conditions and can adapt our technology to the conditions there in this area.
Thank you very much. Your time has expired. Thank you, team. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Well done. Thank you. Okay, dear judges, again, please give your feedback to the team. And please add Germany on top of the form. And for everyone else, we will enjoy another video together.
Energy. Current that moves the earth. That moves people. Cultures. Generations. A connection between all living beings. The flow of ideas. Of courage. Of action. From every corner of the globe, this is more than a competition. It's collaboration. A commitment to each other, to change. Together, we are enacted. Together, we are the world.
Team USA! What we doing? Changing the world!
I know you're cheering for your teams, but it feels good for me to be cheered for. Okay. So, dear judges, now you have seen all of our 4 amazing teams. And it is time to score. But before that, I will give a few kind reminders. Please ensure that you have correctly filled in the name of the country on the form in front of you. After you have finished making the comments on the form, please scan the QR code on the table in front of you, where it will take you to an online cumulative evaluation form. The online form allows you to rank teams based on how effectively each team met the judging criteria as outlined in the judge orientation. Please make sure you rank the teams from the 1st to the 4th place with no ties permitted. Please also ensure that you hit the submit button. Please remember that all voting should be done individually. No discussion with other judges, please. The Enactus competition team, my colleagues around can help you, but they will not discuss any decision making with you. Once you have submitted your votes, please place the form in front of you on the table for the competition team to collect it. Okay. I hope all the teams are relieved. All the presentations are over. So this is it. The final 4 round is complete. Thank you very much, everyone. Dear judges, on behalf of all of us at Enactus, and especially our amazing students, we want to give you the biggest thank you for all your support throughout the competition today. We are now going to move into a short break. Kindly make sure that you are back in your seats at 5, so we will begin our Impact Awards ceremony. So, this means within the coming 90 minutes, we will know who the 2025 Enactus World Champion team is. It has been a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Put your